Every bomb that falls on Lebanese ground is another reason his power stays crowned. Every home destroyed, every dream that breaks is another headline that he gets to make. But Iran stood firm through the sanctions and lies, through the threats from the powerful land and spies. They chose diplomacy. When the moment came, they showed the world they're not playing the game of endless destruction for power and gain. They chose the harder road and they carried the pain, and still they extended the hand for the deal, while he sharpened the sword and refused to kneel. To peace, to reason, to the cries of the weak, he chose his own future. He chose not to speak the language of healing, the language of life. He chose the language of endless strife. So when you hear him say he's protecting his land, remember the families who don't understand why the bombs keep falling after the deal, why the powerful never care how we feel. Iran accepted peace with an open heart, but he tore it apart right from the start. This is the story, this is the truth. One man's defiance is destroying the youth of Lebanon, of Iran, of the whole region's dream of living with art. The constant scream of war and destruction and fear in the night, while he sits in comfort, deciding the fight. The world saw the deal, the world saw the light, but he closed the curtain and said, not tonight. Iran said yes to peace, laid the weapons down, opened the door while the whole world watched in awe. But Netanyahu smiled and shook his head slow. I don't see eye to eye, I'm in charge of the show. He said we'll keep striking whenever we choose. Lebanon's bleeding, but he's got nothing to lose. While families were praying the bombs would finally cease, one man looked at peace and said, not for me, peace. Iran chose peace. One man chose war. The world is watching. History remember who really wanted the killing to stop.
They told us peace was
Who
finally
needed it to
coming.
continue.
Iran reached out, accepted the deal. But one man stood up and said no. This is a story they don't want you to hear. Iran said yes to peace, laid the weapons down, opened the door while the whole world watched in awe. But Netanyahu smiled and shook his head slow. I don't see eye to eye, I'm in charge of the show. He said we'll keep striking whenever we choose. Lebanon's bleeding, but he's got nothing to lose. While families were praying the bombs would finally cease, one man looked at peace and said, not for me, peace. For months they rained fire on Iranian land, destroyed the homes, took the lives with their hands. Lebanese children hiding under the rubble, mothers screaming loud, but nobody hears the trouble. They said it was justice, they said it was right, but the bodies kept piling every single night. Iran stood tall through the pressure and pain, resisted the empire, carried the flame. Then came the moment the world held its breath, talks in the shadows, almost facing death. Trump and Iran finally shook on a deal. The strait could reopen, the pain could heal. Hope started rising like the sun after rain. People across borders were feeling the change, but in Tel Aviv, one man watched it unfold and decided right then that the story ain't told. Iran said yes to peace, laid the weapons down, opened the door while the whole world watched in awe. But Netanyahu smiled and shook his head slow. I don't see eye to eye, I'm in charge of the show. He said we'll keep striking whenever we choose. Lebanon's bleeding, but he's got nothing to lose. While families were praying the bombs would finally cease, one man looked at peace and said, not for me, peace. The deal was signed, the memorandum was real. Our own agreed to limits, agreed to heal. No more enrichment, pushing past the line. A chance for the region to finally shine. Trump stood proud, said the war could be done. Even the critics were watching what he won. But Netanyahu stepped to the podium bold, with the red tie shining and the story retold. I am responsible Ask yourself why he can never let go. Why peace is the enemy, why war's the show. Elections are coming, his power's on the line. As long as there's fighting, the throne can be mine. He needs the chaos, he needs the fear. He needs the region to always stay near the edge of the cliff, where the bombs never stop. Because when the war ends, his career might drop. He stood there, defiant, said I'll strike, I ran too. Whenever I feel like it, that's what I'll do. Not today, not tomorrow, but the threat remains. While Iranian mothers were healing from pain. This ain't about safety, this ain't about threat. It's about power and the control that he gets from keeping the fire burning bright in the sky, while the people below him just suffer and die.
Iran said yes to peace, lay the weapons down, open the door while the whole world watched in awe. But Netanyahu smiled and shook his head slow. I don't see eye to eye, I'm in charge of the show. He said we'll keep striking whenever we choose. Lebanon's bleeding, but he's got nothing to lose. While families were praying the bombs would finally cease, one man looked at peace and said, not for me, peace. Look at the children with tears in their eyes. Look at the mothers who watch loved ones die. Iran said enough, we're choosing the light. But he chose the darkness and endless fight. The world was ready to turn the page, but he ripped the chapter and fueled the rage. This is the truth they keep hiding from you. One measure is bigger than peace for the few.